We're in Springfield, Massachusetts, and we're in front of a floral clock made in 1934. And at that point, it was one of only 4 floral clocks in the world. It's still a clock, and it might actually work. I don't know, but there's no more flowers planted here. They got rocks in its place, which is okay. And they have it up on a mound, so it really looks good. And there's gravestones scattered around here, and everything in the cemetery is to remind you of your relatives. There's 2 sundials in the cemetery. There's this hour clock. There's a nice little pond with a creek coming through it, and beautiful gates and monuments, and a mausoleum looks like a temple. But this is probably the most unique of all, a floral clock. So, like our other stops in the cemetery, we're going to point out what's around it. All this flat land around it has barrels inside of it. And these would be some of the ones from the 1940s, 50s, and 60s. And there's loads of them. This cemetery has at least 10,000 burials. And you notice that they're all flat and by intent. And there's some nice park benches around too. And some beautiful colonial houses surrounding it. Okay, now the next spin around, I'm going to show you things in the far distance. Just remind you what's at this given area if you ever come to visit this area. There's a pond in the far distance at this angle right here, so you can get along through this road. And also in the far distance, there's the beautiful tower with the clarion bells inside of it that chime. And then in this direction is the overlooked hill and the overlooked mound, where you can get great views of the whole cemetery. Then from this angle, you can see the crematorium and the mausoleum itself. And then there's 2 Masonic obelisks in the cemetery. And then there's 2 gates from the cemetery. The most beautiful one is the one right in front of us now. All right, and then there's a nice road out there with nice buildings. Now our next spin around from here, I'm going to just give you a 360, but the last thing to point out is in this corner here, there's the administration building, which looks like a neoclassical look to it also. All right. Thank you.